Dear Breaking Point fans, I welcome you to my guide to the Survivalist faction, where we will observe, break down, and discuss the core things about the species of nature-loving, awkward humanoid bush Wookiees. In order for you to fully understand why they do the things they do in a certain way, both positive and negative thoughts and facts will be stated in this guide, so bear with me.
That joke is fucking stupid.
First off, what do they look like? Starting from level 1, of course, our socially awkward hermits look like they were just getting ready to go hunt, you know, rubbing some freshly cut grass on their dank worker overalls, and then the apocalypse happened. But worry not, because that was an actual reason for them to start taking out their supplies and canned goods from their basement, which they have been stashing for many years oh so carefully. Level 1 Survivalist, more commonly known as the Mushroom Heads, as they're wearing a green beanie resembling a large mushroom, usually have no idea whatsoever what they are doing. You can often see them roaming the coastal areas or just sitting in the middle of a town, looking inside a loot box, unable to make up their minds whether to take a Makarov or a Glock. For any and all new player out there, if you choose to play as a survivalist, you need to stay away from the crowded areas, coast, so basically you should move inland. Presuming you know that this class is not made for PvP. You do not get any points when you kill other players, apart from traders and independent, which give you 50 and 25 points respectively. So you should stay away from the gunshots, firefights, just any indication that there's something going on. You don't want to be a part of it, okay? So you probably understand why you should stay away from towns, as they usually have players moving through them, looting, fighting. But why should you stay away from the coast? It's sunny, you know, the beach is there. Well, simply enough because it's usually a spawn area. And you may not see that Bambi hunter who just spawned behind you. And you know how that old Cherno-Russian saying goes. It only takes one hatchet hit to the head to cause massive internal bleeding when the sharp part of an axe protrudes your skull and causes your brain to die. Ah, that saying. So stay the f*** away from the coast. F***ing move inland and search for f***ing sheep. And chicken. Sheep and chicken are your f***ing friends. Humans are not. So, if they don't need to kill players in order to level up, what the f*** do they need to do to gain points and get that dang ghillie suit? First of all, stay alive. That's right, as a survivalist you get 2 points every 2 minutes of your gameplay. Ah, that's why you should stay alive. You also lose those precious points when you die. You lose 100 points as a level 1, 250 as level 2, and 500 as level 3. Gutting sheep and chicken grants you 15 points for each animal gutted, and forests are great spots to look for them. Provide your character with some woodpile and a matchbox, and you will have solved your hunger issue. Concerning those 500 points you lose as a level 3 survivalist, You need to be careful, because you cannot afford to die until you have at least 5,500 points. Why? Because if you have 5,400, you will spawn as level 2 again, so no tranq rifle for you, no grass, sports backpack, nada, no bueno. So watch out, stay alive, get that level 3, it's awesome.
Oh boy, I found me a hunter. Tranky time.
Now let's talk about their equipment. Level 2 survivalists are probably seen the most out of all 3 levels. So you get the half ghillie when you hit 2,000 points, and you're gonna look like this for a while, as you need 3,000 more points to get a full ghillie. As level 2, you start off with a custom sports bag and dirt camo, which looks pretty cool, a light vest pouch, a map and a combat knife, and the most interesting handgun and breaking point, the custom 1911 tranq pistol. Whoa, now this is the real deal. It's gonna be your friend while you attempt to leave the spawn area, and it's gonna stay your friend in the future as long as you keep feeding it those tranq rounds. 7 rounds every 3 hours, totally enough. This handgun is very useful because when you tranq someone, they will drop to the ground instantly. They will also drop their weapons on the ground.
And I'm standing outside in a bush with a tranq gun. It's coming outside. What just happened? I went inside a building, and then this fucking guy comes in and tries to loot the gun, but I already have a gun and I should I tracked them both.
You cannot, however, tranq zombies nor animals, but you can simply switch your fire mode to the regular 45 ACP and just go bacon.
It's fucking ham.
Just go ham. The custom 1911 tranq pistol is a unique piece of equipment for the survivalist class. It has been massively produced by our survival maniac friends in their basements prior to the outbreak, and it defines this class pretty well. It mainly serves as a muscle relaxant, but it can also kill you. A perfect weapon for the survivalist. Finally, we have the fully covered Druid, who is very unlikely to be seen anywhere but in far northern parts of the map. A reasonable tactic when we take in consideration how much time one actually needs to reach level 3, better yet, stay alive long enough to fully enjoy it. Level 3 bush Wookiees can probably open a wool processing factory considering how many sheep they have killed. Their ghillie used to be the same as the grass ghillie, which can be worn by the independent class, but this camouflage is pretty damn awesome. Their starting gear involves a larger clothing capacity, sports bag and grass camo, heavy vest pouch, combat knife, map and binoculars, and as a cherry on top, custom tranq rifle, which can fire both tranq rounds and the regular 7.62 rounds. The dankness. It's absolutely quite scary knowing that there's a bunch of survivalists around you and you're just not seeing them. Not every day at least. Tricky part is, when you encounter a survivalist of a higher level, I would suggest you observe him for a while, as he might be roaming around with a mixed group. So if you decide to approach him, do it carefully. And be prepared to run. They do count as a friendly class, but as a survivalist you can also tranq friendly classes without any penalty, and this is a great counterplay versus mixed groups. I'm gonna throw a couple of suggestions out there as to how it would be easier for survivalists to find and recognize each other. As I've said, they are a friendly class, but I see them as being completely neutral. So, imagine if you had a custom key for some sort of survivalist call, resembling a bird chirping. So you press a button and make this noise, and if a survivalist is nearby, he can respond. And the rest is history. Then the two meet and go sheep gutting in peace together. Maybe it would be even better if only survivalists would be able to hear that call. Another thing, which was previously implemented, is the zombie walk, of course. But I would like to see it being available again for survivalists only. They do need as many ways as possible to stay hidden, and this could be a great thing. But these are just ramblings of a deranged survivor. So, this episode is slowly coming to an end. Hope it's gonna help you guys, and who knows, maybe we'll get killed by a deceiving survivalist who was using zombie walk. If you guys are up for watching some more tutorials, feel free to check out that playlist. And anyhow, I thank you very much for watching, and stay safe, as you know, there are many deranged people out there.